You, my brother.
Oh man, great to see you, man. How are you?
Good to see you too, bro. How has it been going?
Hard to complain on a day like this, man. I'm feeling good.
So look, okay, so let's start the interview. Like I told you before, quarantine and chill. You know what I'm saying? This is I have a pleasure of having Jack Harlow on as my first interviewee. You know what I'm saying? And I've been hearing about you for a long time, man. You really been putting a lot of work, man. How many years actually have you been grinding as far as this rap shit, bro?
Well, you know, I'd like to think I've been doing it for a decade because I've been rapping since I was in middle school. I was just that kid to rap. So I've been doing my thing, man. I've been slowly finding myself and growing into a man's. But, you know, right now we're in a good space.
But see, the work ethic, though, this is the thing that I have to salute you for. I remember walking in a small room in KY Engineering Studio where these two guys were just working all day long, all day night. What was the work ethic like to even get to this point? You know what I'm saying? And how many songs have you actually done, bro? Like, because you be locked in.
Yeah, nah. Well, you know, I don't do it because I think it's the right thing to do. I'm simply addicted to the craft, man. It's fun. You know, if you really love this, it ain't no problem to work. So
Right.
I love what I do. Hard to say how many songs. It's definitely up there in the thousands range. But yeah, we cook up, man. We cook up. We've been at it. You know, anything to make this happen.
Okay, what's your process, man? What you smoking good reefer? You know what I'm saying? You drinking good? What needs to be in the studio with Jack Harlow?
Well, I'll tell you, bro. It depends on the type of record I want to make.
Okay.
I'm not much of a smoker. Weed actually makes me feel a little self-conscious, and you know, I'm not as confident when I'm high, so I don't really like to get high. I'll drink occasionally, but you know, if I want to make a party record, I like there to be people in the room. I like there to be energy. But if I want to get personal, reflective, I don't want a soul in the studio. I ask people to leave so I can be by myself. So
Wow.
just whatever's necessary. But yeah, we have fun sometimes.
Well, I gotta tell you first of all, happy belated birthday. Why you drinking Corona? Why you drinking Corona in Corona? Happy belated birthday. What did you get yourself for your birthday? How did you enjoy your birthday? What did you do?
Well, you know, I threw the last hurrah. I threw the final party I think Louisville got to see. Okay. I had a birthday party. We brought everyone together, and now everybody's quarantined, so that's what I got sent off. But you know, I'm not much of a material person. I can't think of anything I want for real.
Now I checked out your your Twitter. What's this ranch cake? Is this cake was the cake that you got for your birthday, or you just posted it?
Oh no, that's what I got for my birthday.
So what's up with you and your infatuation with ranch dressing? What's going on?
I simply like how it feels when I eat it. It just tastes good, man.
Okay, so what is Jack Harlow putting ranch on? Is it ranch on everything or what? What?
There's very few things ranch ain't going on. I'll say that. But
okay. What's give me top 5 things ranch go on?
Chicken.
Okay. Given.
That's easy. I like it on pizza.
Okay.
I like it on vegetables. I like it on fruit. I like it on chocolate.
Wait a minute. Chocolate and ranch dressing? Why? Like what you know? How did you
what would be more fun of a game, bro? Try to name something that I wouldn't put ranch on, because I don't know.
But chocolate though, like how did you even think of that? Like let me just put some ranch on some chocolate.
You know, I've been through some dark times, man.
Like that has been ever a struggle?
Nah, I just you know, we like to experiment. Honestly, I grew up with a childish palate, and my best friend, my roommate, he turned me on to ranch a few years ago, and you know, I really just lost control. I went crazy. But let me tell you something. I went to the doctor 2 weeks ago to get tested for corona.
Okay.
Luckily, the results came back negative, but while I was in there, she took my blood pressure, and she said that I'm eating too much ranch, and she could tell by my blood pressure. So wow. For the last 2 weeks, I haven't had any ranch. I think, you know that little meter they look at?
Uh-huh.
I don't think it went up or anything. I think just ranch came on top of it.
That much ranch.
She said I've been going too hard, so I didn't cut it out of my diet the last couple of weeks.
Yeah, let's try to make sure you stay safe out here during this quarantine. You don't want to. After all this stuff is going on, you don't want to die from ranch dressing.
Yeah,
you don't want that to be the reason.
It's in my bloodstream, brother.
So tell me about growing up in Louisville, Kentucky. Louisville.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? What was the young Jack Harlow like growing up?
You pronounced it flawlessly, man. I grew up in a neighborhood called the Highlands. It's a diverse neighborhood. It's very pedestrian friendly. You can walk around it. There's any type of person out there. I went to public school, so I met a lot of people from different walks of life, artsy kids, athletic kids, hood kids, all types of different kids. And I think that growing up in the Highlands really gave me a chance to broaden my perspective. And, you know, I wasn't sheltered in a space where there was the type of person I haven't really met. So, you know, that just gave me the experience I needed to, you know, be a well-rounded individual growing up and, you know, accept anybody, be loving towards anybody. So that was kind of my experience. But culturally, Louisville, you know, I think it's Southern influence, but we have our own culture, man. Everybody that comes out of Louisville, musically or not, it's just really smooth cats, man. I mean, Bryson Tiller, he makes smooth music. Static Major, rest in peace. He was as smooth as ever. Even D'Angelo Russell, you see him on the court, he's smooth, man. So I think we just produce a smooth breed of people.
So let's talk about family. Like, how did you grow up? Mom, dad, brother, sister, what?
Yeah, I got one little brother, and I got two parents. I got a mom and a dad. They're together. My mom, she listened to hip hop growing when I was young, but she used to go to Public Enemy concerts when she was in college. So my mom was super into hip hop. My dad, he likes classic country, Willie Nelson, stuff like that. So I kind of had a wide blend of the music I was hearing growing up, but all of it was melodic and kind of up tempo and groovy. So that's kind of
so parents were into hip hop. So was it a situation where like you were the kid that mom like, hey mom, I want to rap? She's like, hell no, you about to go to school, you going to college?
Nah, my mom was into it. She still wanted me to go to school because she was worried it wasn't going to work. But she was into it because, like I said, she raised me on rap. I was in the minivan listening to the Marshall Mathers EP. I remember when she bought Late Registration, and she put that on. She would tell me there was words that I wasn't allowed to say, but we could listen to it. So I grew up hearing that. My mom was super into rap.
So how important are lyrics to you? Because you can actually rap. Like, you got bars. Like, how important are lyrics in this time that we live in here right now where a lot of these cats are rapping about nothing?
Well, I guess it just depends on how long you want to last, man. Because the music that leaves a lasting impression, you know, it has to have something of substance to it. You know, I've been listening to a lot of 70s music, and all the hits, even the biggest songs, they had a story to them. You know what I mean? And that doesn't mean you have to be lyrical, miracle, this and that. It just means that there's a story behind the music. So that's kind of what's been influencing me lately, is a lot of that timeless stuff that just has that meat to it, that substance to it. And I think a lot of the artists that'll be around in 2030 are the ones that are going to do that. And I feel like I'm here to stay because I put such an emphasis on, you know, the things I talk about. But it's all about balance, bro. It still has to be good music.
How do you feel about like bloggers and journalists grouping like white rappers? Like, always quick to say like, oh, who's the next top 5 white rappers out? Like why do you think that's so the thing in hip hop? You know what I'm saying? To compare and just instead of saying like, okay, who can rap, who can't rap? Like, why does it always be a color thing?
Well, you know, we're obsessed with race as people. That's just the way it is. I don't know if it's gonna change. You know, it's just what comes with it. I don't sweat it too much. I mean, obviously, every white rapper, you gain a little bit of a complex, and I think it even makes white rappers resent each other. We don't want to be friends. We don't want to be friends with each other as often, but that's something you just got to overcome. Because color is there, race is there, and it's real. You can't act like you don't see it. So I know for the rest of my career, it's going to be an asterisk next to it in a lot of people's mind because I'm white. So all I can do is let the music speak.
Right. So how was that growing up? Like rapping and being, you know what I'm saying, white and rapping and growing up, and you know what I'm saying, did you get challenged a lot as far as just like just people trying to rap against you, or you know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah, I think there was always skepticism. Gives you a leg up. That's why I'm saying there ain't no self-pity coming from me about being white, bro, because you know, white privilege obviously exists in other spaces, but I think it exists in hip hop. You know, so there's pros and cons. People don't take you seriously from the jump. You have to prove yourself. But the other pro is, you know, the majority of humans in America are white. That's the majority. So they can see themselves in you. So if you're a dope white rapper, all those white kids are like, ooh, I could be that. You know what I mean? It's, ooh, that's special to me. So there's pros and cons, bro. There's nothing to be upset about for me.
Okay. So let's talk about this new single, What's Poppin'. Did you think this was the one? Did you know when you heard it, when the beat came on, it was like, yo, this about to go crazy?
I knew it was about to go crazy, but it wasn't until I started inviting people in the studio and I would play it for them and they would want to hear it 3 more times. And 5 seconds into the song, they're like, woo, that you can tell that it was special. But there's been a few times I thought it was the one before that. So I've kind of let go of trying to think I know what's the one. But it definitely felt good, bro. I thought it was going to have an impact because everyone that heard it was loving that shit.
And I think you came off kind of different. You know what I'm saying? It's definitely refreshing because it's not the typical song. Like when I heard it, I'm like, okay, this is not a single. This is not a song that people would actually like. You know what I'm saying? On the radio and just the critics would be like, okay, that could possibly be a single. But it took off 23 million views later on YouTube. Like, what's all of that? How do you feel?
Yeah, you can't explain it, bro. It's just a feeling. Like, you can't replicate the feeling. Sometimes people just listen to music and it just connects the right way. I mean, you know, they say Roddy Ricch didn't think The Box was the hottest song on the album. He didn't drop it as a single. He didn't even have really the video ready for it, and look what it did. Like,
Right.
you can never really tell or say, especially nowadays, when the people dictate what's hot. If the people like it, the people like it. It's a rapping ass record. It don't even have a traditional hook. It's not melodic, but it's working at radio, bro. It's a hit. And you can't come up with that in a formula in a lab. It just is what it is. It feels good.
I mean, is it shocking though? You know, considering how many records you've done, and how many attempts you take to shoot at this basket to try to score to get you one, and then you finally got one. It's like how does that feeling?
It's the best feeling in the world, bro. I mean, this is what you work for the entire time. Luckily, I've had a fan base to stand on, and I could tour the country before it was popping.
Right.
And people coming to the shows, but now, you know, everybody wants a hit. Hits are what last, so.
Right.
I'm excited about it, and I can't wait to produce more because I want a bunch.
So how important is it to build a fan base? Because, you know, a lot of people think that, you know what I'm saying, this rap thing is like an overnight success. Like, you just pop one day. You know what I'm saying? You actually put in work and grind. How important is your fan base and the work you put in before just to build that base?
It's everything. You got to have a group of people that connect with you. You know, if you just built on hits, we've seen it. We've seen artists come. They might even have 2-3 hits. But you didn't make anyone connect with you and say, "Ooh, I like this guy. I'd come to a show every time he's in town." We understand each other. And that's what me and my fans have. Is I've put out records that are far more personal than something like What's Poppin'. And I've spoke people's truths. I get the messages late at night from people that tell me I've gotten them through hard times. That's what you need as an artist.
Right.
So it's all about balance. I want to have party records, but I got to have music that makes people say, he helped me through something. He's a vessel for me.
Right. So how do you feel about, do you feel any pressure, considering you got these co-signers, Diddy, the Baby, G-Eazy, Bryson Tiller, just to name a few, co-signing you?
I wouldn't call it pressure. It's excitement. I've been waiting on it. I've been waiting to be recognized by my peers. Everybody wants to be recognized. You know, I've been doing this long enough where I'm pretty confident in my ability, and I feel like I'm making some of the best music in the genre. So anybody that's doing that, it just feels like it feels right. It feels good. It's not pressure.
Okay. Tell me about this project, Sweet Action.
Yeah, 7 songs, man. The music, I named it Sweet Action because that's what the music feels like. It has an addictive quality. It's candy coated, but it's bouncy. It makes you move. It's fun. It's got those qualities, man. A lot of ear candy in there. So I wanted to follow up What's Poppin' with some records that just would stick with people and had a lot of replay value.
Right. Okay. So let's talk sports. You kind of talk, Jack. When I first seen you, I was like, I had KY. I was like, this motherfucker's big, bro. This is a tall ass dude. I think I don't know what club I was at. You just stood out. How tall are you?
I'm 6'3". Never meant for it to happen.
6'3". 6'3" rapper. No basketball in your career, in your life. Did you play ball? What?
Yo, why'd you assume that, man?
I mean, you know, 6'3". You know, everybody has hoop dreams. You know, I'm short, so I'm about 5'7".
I'm saying. I thought you said no basketball.
I'm just saying, like, because you know, sometimes traditionally, like, if you're tall, you try to play sports. So I'm asking, did you play basketball?
Yes. To answer your question, yes. I was hooping growing up, and I'm still useful. I'm still useful.
What position did you play?
Well, in elementary school, I was on the team, and I was center off rip. And then since then, you know, I like to fill up the post, man. I'm not much of a shooter. I rebound, play defense, but I'm useful on any team.
Okay, I ain't mad about that. So we get to see you in some celebrity games this year. Well, next year.
Yeah, and I'm gonna be going hard, bro.
Going crazy. I ain't mad about that. So tell me, how do you quarantine? Like, you know what I'm saying? How do you feel about all this Corona thing? And what would you tell the people as far as like how important it is to stay in the house and self-distance?
Listen, I posted something on my story the other day because they're still out in Louisville. You know, there was a drag race the other day. People are still out and about. People ain't taking it serious yet, and it's going to have to affect the loved one for them to do it. I think it's dead serious. People are already dying, so I don't know what else people had to see to say, maybe I should go inside. So, yeah, I'm in the house, man. I'm doing push-ups. I'm writing lyrics. I'm on the treadmill.
How do you feel about our government's response, considering that China was the first country to really kind of put a wraps under it, and now, like, the United States is, like, the worst country with this Corona outbreak?
I mean, it speaks for itself, man. It seems like we ain't handling it too well. We got the most. I mean, we have a big population, but at the same time, it's like I think it's time for this to be enforced. I think motherfuckers need to get in the house.
Stay your ass in the house.
Yes, sir.
I ain't mad, man. So what's next for Jack Harlow? What features are we looking for? You got some exclusives that might be coming out soon, or what? Talk to me.
Yeah, man. G-Eazy about to drop a single featuring me. We did a little
that's
song.
hard.
Yeah, I got a few more coming, man. I got some stuff under the wraps, some things I'm excited about that's gonna keep
Come
me
on,
afloat.
Jack. I need the exclusive, man. Who we looking at, man?
Well, that's the main one that's official right now. So
Okay.
let's look forward to that one. G-Eazy, I got a record coming with him soon. He previewed it the other day. It's crazy. Zaytoven made the beat, so it's gonna go down.
I ain't mad, man. We'll definitely salute to you again. Happy belated birthday. You know what I'm saying? I wish you the best of luck, and I know for a fact, like, I have to salute you, and I'm actually, you know what I'm saying, really happy that you're where you're at. I seen the hard work, I seen the grind, and you deserve everything you're getting right now, brother.
Bro, thank you so much, man. I really appreciate your support, man.
All right, let them know your Instagram and all that good stuff, how they can contact you.
Yes, sir. At Jack Harlow, JackHarlow.
Quarantine and chill, man. Appreciate you, Jack Harlow. It's going down, man. Dirty Boys, Hot 179. You understand that, Jack? It's going down. Salute.
Appreciate you, bro.
For sure.